What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at it. We're doing something a little bit different today. We've done this before, but we're going to be doing kind of like a reaction video to some update news for Into the Flames that I want you guys to see if you haven't. Give some thoughts on it, that sort of thing. I've got a track meet to go to tomorrow, so today's gaming video is actually going to be posted tomorrow, and this will be posted today. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get it started, and let's see what Corey has to say for his Into the Flames development. Looking forward to it. It's a lot of cool stuff.
What's up, guys, and welcome to today's devlog. So I'm going to go over a couple new things that I've been working on for this big new update coming.
Big update. I like the sound of that. You know, it's kind of been rumored for a while, right?
Driving update and stuff. So for starters, I'm going to show off our brand new mode coming. It's going to be called dispatch mode. It's going to intertwine with the current game. And
all right, mind you, I want to pause it real fast. This is a free update. Like, this is going to be something that's just added to the game free of charge. So that is really cool. There's been a lot of updates to this game that have been free of charge, so that's always awesome.
The host
and it's going to be a dispatch mode.
And so basically, I'm going to open up this. So when this comes in the game, it's not fully finished, and the UI is still work in progress. However, once the host activates dispatcher mode, it completely overrides the current emergency system, so calls won't just get
so basically, this is a separate position, right? This is a separate position that someone could play.
What happens is,
and basically be a dispatcher. I'm guessing this is more like a server kind of thing, a server related. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I would ever do dispatching. Like, I don't get too much into like the role playing part of it. I just I just play the game, but I know a lot of people do, especially when they get into multiplayer servers and stuff like that. So I could see where this could come in like really handy.
A call come into dispatcher. You see automated fire alarm. As you can see, it's not dispatched to the players yet. Like if I go on the CAD.
Okay, I see on a regular player CAD it's empty.
So to even access this, only one player at a time will be able to do it. You'll have to go to a certain building on the map, and you'll pretty much be the dispatcher.
Oh, that's cool. You have to go to a location. That's interesting.
All the game mechanics pretty much forward. So I'll click on this 10-6 Street. It's going to show all my closest units. This is a 3-box. It'll show my closest squad, ladder, and tanker. Typically, let me try another one. So maybe still bugged. There we go. So anytime you click on a call, it's always going to show your closest engine, ladder, squad, tanker, command unit, and ambulance. The squad is double rescue and engine, and ladder and tower overlap, so they could fill the spots.
All right, that's really cool. So basically, when you get a call come in, you select it, and it recommends to the dispatcher what units are close by. That is really cool. Glad you mentioned squad, because squad is something that I haven't done a lot with for Into the Flames. Honestly, like, I know people have asked about it. Just something I never think about doing squad, but that's really cool. Of course, squad doubles as an engine and rescue as well, too. So it's nice that it recommends the units to the dispatcher.
It searches for your engine first, so if your squad's closer than the engine, then that's what it get picked.
So then squad would respond as first due, right?
Up, these are all your available units, so if you want to override your recommended units, you can.
I guess available
so, like,
will be your map-wide units, right?
Shows, this is the hangars. It's supposed to be a 6 grid, but engine 6 and ladder 6 are your closest because they're in quarters at the hangar. There's only one really rescue on the map, I think, and that's 5, and then tanker 4 is apparently slightly closer than Kingdom Land. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and box this out. You can dispatch however you want. You can put a single engine on a working fire, it doesn't matter, or a fire alarm or whatever. It's all how you want to play the game and how your server wants to operate. And so let's say I choose engine.
Let's go ahead and assigning units. Just click on them to assign them. That's cool.
Let's say I want to pull ladder 1.
2 recommended and 1 available.
So go ahead and check your volume. Make sure it's not too loud because tones are about to drop.
I guess he's dropping tones, right? It's almost kind of musical. I think those vary, right? Like, it doesn't sound like the tones that they drop here. At least I don't think it does. I hear it every once in a while.
And then the call gets dispatched to everybody. So the way it's going to work is, so now it's dispatched.
And there you go. It's on the player screen.
Only the units that are assigned to it will be able to go en route to it.
That's really cool. That's a really cool aspect for multiplayer. It gives you another job for those that want to dispatch. And I know there are people out there that like dispatching. I've seen it on GTA, right? Like, there's people on GTA that all they do is dispatch for some of the public servers and stuff like that. And they do an amazing job. Like, they get into it big time. It sounds like they're a real life dispatcher. So that's pretty cool. Adds another aspect to the game.
But if you're role playing or whatever, like, units that aren't assigned won't be able to go. So this is also going to intertwine with the AI system. So if you want to, you could just fully play a dispatcher, and you can dispatch AI units around the map. You have full access to your map as well.
That's cool. So it could be single player. If I understand correctly, you said you dispatch AI.
E6 or E1 in this instance. Truck 4 or something. So you'll know which truck is what.
Okay, that's surprising. Not only can you do this multiplayer, but you can do it, I'm assuming, single player too, because you can dispatch AI units. You said just play dispatch and do AI units. So that's pretty interesting. My question is, what will AI do when they roll up on scene?
You'll be able to see what's going on around the map, where everybody's headed, what the closest unit is. So let's say, like, there'll be an icon, like, for you taking a call, you'll kind of see. So, like, I'll click on this call, whatever, and then I'll be able to tell where it is. And then from there I can see, let's say truck 4 was over here for whatever reason, and then I see them there, then I can be like, I can key up and tell them to start towards wherever behind. So there's gonna be different talk channels coming.
That's
so
cool.
Like
okay, so it sounds like if you're dispatching and you've got calls going, right, active calls, and you have a unit in another part of the map, the way I understand is that you can grab him and use him if he's close by. Like, if he's already in the area, then you can just grab someone and use them. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
learn something about dispatching.
Dispatch channel, as well as a special operations channel. And the dispatcher will have priority for all voice when this happens. So you can turn your radios off scan and stuff, and it'll be pretty in-depth with that as well. But it should be a fun new way to play the game. And like I said, with the AI, you can just dispatch units and they'll handle calls and stuff like that. It almost turned into like Operator 911, where you have to manage your units and stuff. There's still a lot more coming with this role-playing stuff. So, and it's not just strictly role-playing. It's really just single-player improvements too, across the board.
So role-playing and single-player. Who knows? You may see Spur start role-playing. You never know.
More in depth, probably within the next few days, I'll probably do another dev vlog on it. So real quick, I'm gonna zoom out on the map.
Oh, nice bridge. Lift bridge, right? It looks like a lift bridge.
And this will be going to a new island. It'll also be city.
All right, guys, the bit rate on the video is kind of low, so there's nothing I can do about that. Like, that's totally out of my hands.
Different districts, kind of like Canton, but it's gonna be primarily city. However, they may like this. I think I'm gonna make like a park with some like forestry stuff, and then there'll be some light suburbs and stuff there.
Nice. So he's going to expand the map. That's awesome. Any, like, new calls, right?
Expansions, dispatching's free and stuff like that. And we've had a lot of Patreon support so far, which is helping pay for like some of the models. So I'm adding female firefighters and female stationwear to the game as well as playable characters.
All right, so female characters too. That's cool.
Over to my dev level.
This is what I'm looking forward to big time. I mean, everything is sounding really nice so far, but scope out that retro tower ladder down there.
Streams.
I've been so stoked about the retro stuff. You guys have no idea.
We're going to talk about the trucks real quick, and then we'll talk about the new customization system. So let me delete this.
Some new European equipment over there in the bottom right. You see it.
Show you guys some stuff. So the new customization system, do fire gear. I got an all new fire model. It's in the game. Helmet may be adjusted. It looks a little bigger, I understand, but
it looks a little out of scale, a little bit. Look at the retro gear. Is it not insane how much the gear has changed over the years? I mean, it basically went from like a helmet and a raincoat, really, like a big heavy overcoat. Like, was there any fire resistance to this equipment back in the day? It looks like a pair of jeans too. Now I know you guys have told me what the old turnout gear was like back in the day, but it literally looks like a pair of jeans and some boots. Like it looks like it's just purely just waterproof, right? Kind of to an extent, but I wonder if it had any protection from heat and that sort of thing. I think not. Like I said, Spur doesn't know for sure, but I'd be willing to bet it didn't have much heat protection.
This would be the Retro Firefighter DLC thing that's coming, maybe $2.99. Station wear is coming, it's free. There'll be multiple varieties, a couple different shirt colors, a couple different gear colors. Gear customization, the modded stuff will work, but it'll have to use all new skins, and then special operations. Now the cool thing with this new system is these are kind of divided into different categories, so I can add new casual wear, new hazmat, operation stuff, special operation gear, with pretty much a few clicks of buttons. So now, some other stuff coming. You can't see it on here.
That's all really cool. The gear looks good. I like it.
Put your name on.
I really dig the retro stuff.
Be able to customize it and stuff. I don't know if it's on any of this. But the model is definitely a lot better and stuff now. I don't have it fully set up yet with masking up. And
the mask looks really nice.
I know Max and everything.
With the hood, I'd never noticed what it looks like in game currently. I have to look at that sometime.
Players can be able to see.
Look at that truck. Look at that. Man, that thing looks sharp, right? It kind of reminds me of the FDNY's Tonka Truck. There's a video on YouTube about that piece of equipment. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what kind of piece of equipment it is, but it kind of reminds me of that the Tonka Truck. Well, I don't even know what the number was on the ladder. To be honest, I couldn't tell you. I just remember seeing it.
This one you'll be able to ride in the open cab part.
The light bar on it looks a little bit on the modern side to me, though. Like, would it have a light bar back then, or would they have rotators? I'm wondering. I'm not sure. I remember some of the old school FDNY videos that you see online. They seems like they have a lot of rotators and stuff like that.
Short jacket and do whatever you want. The other cool thing is all your customization carries over no matter where you are. So if I'm a hazmat guy and I decide to get in the tower bucket.
Nice. Okay, that's really cool because I've noticed that before. Sometimes your gear changes up when you get in the equipment.
However, the game will instantly recognize you're in a hazmat suit or station wear if you try to go into a fire and stuff. So some other cool additions, which I will show you. I think I set it up on Engine 2. But we'll look at this retro truck real quick. So I'll probably show this.
That's another really sharp one.
Back, so if you click here, and or really any passenger seat.
There you go. You can ride the tailboard too. He's going to have that. That's awesome. That's stuff we've talked about in the past, right? Like, it's a lot of the videos we've talked about retro stuff and being able to ride the tailboard. It blows my mind that they did that back in the day. Like, how many firefighters got hurt riding the tailboard? You know, I mean, seriously. Like, there was one in the what was that video we watched? We did a reaction to a while back. The Bronx is burning, or it was a man on fire. And one of the firefighters fell off the tailboard and unfortunately passed away. But when researching it, it didn't say that in the video. It didn't say anything. It said that he fell off. Okay, it said that he fell off and that he had passed away as a result of the accident. But researching it, it was actually he was hit in the head with a rock or a brick or something that was thrown that caused him to fall off. But that wasn't mentioned in the video. I guess that didn't come out till later or something like that. But crazy that they did that. But it's cool that we can do it in game.
So I'm gonna go over.
Notice the gauges on the truck there. That's something I just picked up on.
So I'm gonna go over
look at the round, like the steam gauges on it, right? Like that's new. That's going to be new because I don't think any of the equipment has steam gauges on it right now. I think all the modern stuff is pretty much digital anyway, right?
For the new pumping gauges that I added. So
there you go.
Teleport here.
He's gonna be talking about pumping
this
gauges.
is kind of funny too with the hazmat. Like I said, he carries everywhere. So if you want to be a hazmat guy traveling a truck, it's up to you. So I kept the old system in place just because it was already there. But you click pump panel.
I dig the steam gauges. Honestly, like them more.
And we'll look at discharge.
Spur's an old school guy anyway. I've said that a million times. I like the steam gauges.
You can actually see it tick up. I didn't put the new texture in. There's like a needle texture behind this texture. So.
Okay, so there's going to be a new texture for the display, right?
Zero gauge is moving. That's already fixed. I didn't add that into this build yet.
And he retained, I get it, he retained the digital to make it super easy to read, like right off the bat. I like the steam gauges though. I think those are really cool.
Let's see. I also kept the numbers there because like this truck doesn't do it, but if you have a truck that has a bigger, it'll stop at 600 and then they'll show you the proper number below. So that's one of the new things. Fryman Man did all the new lights and stuff on all the trucks.
The lights look brighter to me. That's one thing I've always kind of noticed on the equipment is sometimes it's kind of hard to tell on certain lights if they're actually flashing or not, but it looks like that's been improved, right?
They're all fully customizable like before. I added these new lights, moonlights, I'm calling them. Some people call them lunar lanterns. We all know what they kind of could be, but they've been requested for a while, so I added my own version to try to stay copyright free. So also they'll be toggleable on all the trucks.
That's cool. So you can customize the lights. You see, you just added a roto ray. It's called the propeller light in game. That's for copyright issues. I totally get that. They're really like Sue Happy World right now, so we know what it is. It's loosely based on that. We'll say that, but yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool that you can add the stuff to it. You can set it up basically how you want to.
They're all toggleable as well.
That's cool. I like the customization because basically you could have your own server, your own fire department. You could have your own schemes, and you could even have, it looks like, your own light arrangements and your turnout gear and everything. Like that is really, really cool.
So as you can see, there's been a lot of new stuff. Let me just look at my checklist real quick to make sure I hit all the key points. All right, so I'll do some of the sirens. They've all been replaced for the most part. Manual queue still in progress. We are working on it and making progress. But
all right, so these are sirens. He's working on the manual queue still. Lots of people. That's like one of the most asked questions I get on all my videos and the TikToks that I've done in the past is, does it have a manual queue? Up to this point, no, it hasn't. Like, it's just either on or off, right? Like, there's no in between, but they're developing a manual queues, what he just said, in addition to all the other sirens.
So these are all either royalty free or sirens I have the contract for. All the trademark and possible sirens that were recently brought up that they could have been trademarked, which I had no knowledge of, have been removed. Siren modding's coming, so you can put your own sirens if you want. Another
siren modding is coming. That is huge. So you can put in your own siren. People, I know there's going to be people in the community that are going to be absolutely awesome at that and making sirens and things like that. So, and I like that because it takes a little bit of the burden and liability off the dev and allows the players to kind of put in what they want. And of course, as long as it's not being sold, there shouldn't be like a copyright problem or anything like that because it's just being put out there freely. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I really like that a lot. And once again, that's something that we've talked about off and on for a while, was the ability for players to add in sirens and stuff like that. So
I know a lot of people aren't fans of this, but
now here's our European equipment. I don't know what this thing is called. Is this just basically a ladder truck in Europe?
Remember how to put that order down. I think it is. You just use this.
Their equipment is so different from the United States. The way, like, it seems like their equipment is multi-role. Like there's more roles to their equipment than the United States, where it's like just an engine, a ladder, a rescue, you know, that sort of thing.
Need a truck SP on. No. Alright, so I may have messed up the interaction system. Either way, so basically this bucket can go up, and you can actually climb the ladder from the ground without teleporting up to it. Kind of like its real life counterpart.
That's pretty cool. So let's go back to look at that again real fast here, because like I said, I don't know anything about this stuff. So basically, it's going to pivot up, but as it pivots up, the back side of the ladder is going to come down to the ground too, and then of course you'll be able to climb it.
Kind of like its real life counterpart. I'm going to be making the ladder sticks longer. I'm going to be adding like an extra section or two to them.
Longer ladders, okay, yeah, I can see that. There's been a few instances where we haven't had enough.
Lots of smaller, there we go.
I.e. the hotel on Canton County map, the big hotel fire. This, what is it, on Atlantic or something like that up there? Yeah, you can't reach the top. Like, you can't get anywhere near it. So that's cool. A few more sections added to the ladder.
You can see the name on the back. It says Dev. You can write your own custom name.
Oh, yeah, he's got his name on his coat, too. He mentioned that. I think he mentioned that at some point. I didn't say anything about it. I don't think.
The truck washing's pretty much finished. And I can actually... So...
Yeah, it looks like his road map there.
Basically, for this update, this is what's left for me to do. This is all the stuff that I finished, and this is some just stuff Bacon has. A lot of the stuff's actually already finished. Which also I'd like to show. So steering wheel support actually is pretty much finished at this point. We got to add support. We're going to be releasing an app that people with different steering wheels can send us our settings, and we can support more wheels. Controller support.
Steering wheel support. That's cool. I like that. My big thing was steering. Like, I just have zero problem with steering wheel support. I think that's awesome. I just swap back and forth a lot. Like, sometimes it's nice to not bother with it because I have to like hook up my wheel and disconnect it because I play a lot of different games. But that's cool to be able to at least have that option if you want to.
With the
and controller support.
The trucks is fixed. Hold on one second. Let me plug in my controller. So before it was all or nothing with the controllers. So now you can slowly turn it if you want.
Oh, nice. So okay, I've never played the game with a controller, so I don't know anything about that. I need a controller for some other games, but I've never done that.
It's a much smoother experience. So there's a lot more coming to the game. I'm constantly updating it. Lots of free content. The retro DLC pack will probably be released next month.
All right, the retro DLC pack next month. This video was done, I think, just a few days ago, right? In April, so sometime in May.
Next month as
maybe,
well.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
But it's going to be improving the game across the board.
Hopefully so. And I don't think what we've seen is all the retro stuff either. There may be, it seems like I remember seeing another engine in another video or something a while back. One that had like the tarp over the hoses and stuff like that.
There's also a lot of features that I haven't talked about yet that I'm going to be implementing, a lot of quality of life features and stuff. So stay tuned. If you want to help support and keep the free content updates and stuff coming faster, subscribe to the Patreon. If you want to support us in other ways, then don't forget to leave a Steam review. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good night.
There you go. That's some of the stuff that's in the works for Into the Flames. Looks pretty cool. I'm really stoked about it. Like, what did he say? You've got customization. You've got the retro pack. They've got steering wheel support. They've tweaked the controller support a little bit so the wheels turn smoother instead of all or nothing. What else did he have? I think that, and the dispatch system, the new dispatch positions. So basically, from what I can tell, you go to a certain location on the map and you quote unquote become the dispatcher, and you're able to assign all the units and stuff like that. So that is really cool. I'm looking forward to all of it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely be sure to hit that like and subscribe if you did. Love all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you out there next time. Peace.